Hello there again. It's the Honest Fago here. Emily Payne, sex worker extraordinaire, and with my book Sex is Hard Work. Now, there's a link now under the videos, under these videos, and I think it takes you to the right place to get the book. It's a good book. I drew the cover, designed the cover, drew the cover, hammer, spanner. Now, please, if you're enjoying these videos, my subscriptions have stalled and 2 people unsubscribed overnight. How dare they? How very dare they? Please subscribe if you're enjoying and tell your friends, tell all your buddies. Now, about the weird prostitute that rants about things on YouTube. And in a variety of tops from a charity shop. Right. Now, this video is regarding my friend who's just unfortunately had to start in the business, and I've been advising her. And this happened a couple of months ago when she was still very new. And it's kind of typical of the type of thing that can happen, especially when you're new in sex work, pretty much when you're new in sex work. And this client will have picked her because she's new. It's obvious from the profile that she would have been new. Various indicators on the profile show that you're new to the business. So that's why he's picked her. It's obvious. So she booked him in for a half an hour in call. And he got there and he was over nice. Over, oh, you're beautiful. I can't believe this. You're amazing. This place is amazing. You're amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Over nice. Over complimentary. To me, alarm bells, right? This was when she was telling this story, it was like a fire alarm was going off. So many alarm bells. And so then he got his knob out. Time came to get his knob out, and he had a red mark on the end of his knob. Now, there could have been a lot of things. Could have been just an allergy to something, or eczema, or psoriasis, whatever. Or just, I don't know, he scratched his knob, I don't know. But it also could have been thrush, and that's what I would have presumed it was. Anyway, so the fact of the matter is, he shouldn't have come to see a sex worker with a mysterious red blob on his knob. He's putting her in an extremely uncomfortable situation, right? And he would have known for a damn fact what he had. More on that later. So they're in bed, and he's flipping her around different positions all over the shop. Trying to be exotic. Well, again, that was ringing alarm bells for me as well. So he then accidentally sticks her up her arse. No lube, no nothing. It's not accidental. It was enough that her arsehole was hurting the next day. When she was trying to sit down, have a cup of tea. Oh, my arsehole's hurting, So it's not funny. So anyway, she gets on top. Eventually she gets on top to make him come. He comes when she's on top. But he pulls out, the condoms come off. Right. Then she is kind of, I think she twigs that, she twigged on that moving her around all over the place wasn't exotic. It wasn't experimental. It wasn't, he was trying to find a way to he was loosening the condom. He's trying to find a way to either whip it off. He'd asked her for, to pay a little bit extra. The waft a £20 note under your nose as if you're destitute or stupid for no condom. Now, it's customary in this business. It is customary. The risk you take as a sex worker is it's usual no condom for blowjobs. I've been asked probably 3 times in nearly 20 years by clients if we could use a condom for a blowjob. And yes, of course we can. The more condoms, the better. And they've obviously had wives and girlfriends who they've been shown a touch of respect for and concern for and asked for a condom. Most of them don't, obviously. Now, so she had worked this out, that he'd been flipping her. It dawned on her. And the condom would come off inside of her. More on that later. So then she questions this, and she starts to question, like, was he loosening it? Had he all this? He changes his tune. His true colours come out, as they always do. All this bullshit that they give you about how you're gorgeous and that goes straight over my head. Not interested. Not interested at all. I just need the facts. Just turn up, give us the money, come quickly and bugger off. I don't need all this crap, because the true colours come out, right? And he turned on her. And again, she's in a weird position. As a woman, women watching this will know, in these circumstances, you've got to be very clever, right? We can't combat them. We can't punch a man in the face, generally, and be on a par physically to get away from someone or intimidate them. You know what I mean? So we have to be very clever. She's in a room, in a shared house with a man she doesn't know from Adam. He's flipped. He's given her money, so he's got like the upper. He hasn't really got the upper hand in really, but he has. Do you know what I mean? Because he's given her money. I don't know why I'm doing that, because he has given her money, so it's not a case of that. She's got to be careful. She's a woman on her own with some random man. So anyways, call her all the names under the sun, and she's just this and she's just that, just a whore and all the rest of it. Like, oh, boring, change the record. He leaves anyway. She phones me. She's all right. She's a bit shaken, all that. And we went through it. I said, right. I says, first of all, being too nice like that at the beginning of an appointment is always bullshit. What he's done there is grooming you, because he knows he's got a diseased knob. So he's being over nice to you, and he knows you're new. I'll tell you now, he's picked you because you're new. And he was saying stuff like, oh, you don't find escorts like you anymore, mind. When she was letting him do a load of stuff. That's because most escorts, after they've done it for a while, switch on. Eyes here, and eyes in the back of the head. Right? It's not, as I've told her, she's now twigging on, she's now getting it. Work sex and your own sex life, chalk and cheese, completely different things, totally different way of thinking about them, you know. So he's over nice to her. So I says, right, there's an alarm bell for a start. Then giving you all this, you don't get escorts like you anymore. Yeah, i.e. stupid. Letting them off with stuff. I've said they're waiting for you to put your foot down, man. And they must be like thinking, oh, she hasn't put her foot down. She's not telling us to stop this and stop that. They're waiting for you to do it. She's started to do it now. Good on her. She's started to put her foot down now with them. And she'll learn all their little tricks and bullshit. And not all clients are like this. At all. But you get them. And the fact of the matter is, you don't know these men. You don't know which ones are genuinely nice or decent, are going to be decent in a situation, and who isn't, who's going to flip. Who's going to turn? You have to be able to handle situations really well. You have to have your head screwed on. Now, she then, all this flipping around. When he was doing it, she was like, oh, he's like energetic in bed. And I says, no. What he was doing was trying to loosen the condom, or trying to find a position where he could whip it off. He was confusing you, kind of thing, where you could whip it off, stick it back in, you wouldn't notice. I check the condom all the time, especially if they're doing anything from behind, all that. That's what I'm saying. You've got to develop eyes in the back of your head and in your ears, up your nose, in your neck, on your bum cheeks. Eyes everywhere. And you don't make any apologies for checking. Have you still got the condom on? Can I just check the condom? Or can I check this, check that? I do it all the time, right? This is what I'm saying. You're not carried away in your own sex life. You're working, and you don't know these people. And you've got every right in the world. If they want a different kind of sex, then chat somebody up, find somebody who fancies you and really wants to have sex with you, and you'll get a different type of sex. What you're getting with a sex worker is sex work sex, right? And it's different, and it has to be, right? And some of them go in a huff about that, but I can't stand a man huff. It's pathetic. So he's flipping her around, and as I said, explained why he was doing that. Then the condom comes off. When she's on top, comes off. Well, what do you expect? He's fiddled on with it. It's come off. he gets his true colours show and he starts calling her names. And she ends up with thrush, which I said to her, I says, that red mark on his knob, I'll guarantee I don't even have to see it, it'll be thrush. He's given her thrush, she couldn't work until she got the all clear. So he's lost her however much money. And just having thrush, it's not part of the job to get people's diseases. So it's just been a learning experience for her, but it's quite typical when you're new, and when you've done the job as long as me. That's like, he was transparent. Absolutely, everything he was doing was transparent to me. And she said, what would you have done? I said, first and foremost, I wouldn't have been interested in his bullshit and his patter, because he's grooming you for something. He wants something. That's why he's doing it. As for the red knob, the blob on the knob, it's an absolute no-no. You don't come to see a sex worker if you've got some dubious thing on your knob, which, let's face it, he will have known for a damn fact was thrush. That's why he was being over nice to her. So she felt bad about maybe bringing it up. But she didn't bring it up because she was new. I said, I would have nipped it in the bud and said, right, you've got a red mark on your knob. I don't know what it is. Like I say, it could have been an allergy, eczema, whatever. But we're doing it. Blowjob you will be using a condom. Condoms for everything. And if he'd refused, let him refuse. I'm not here to get someone's disease, and I'm not here to appease him and keep him sweet and all the rest of it. You shouldn't come to see a sex worker, or same with like a one night stand, or someone who might find it uncomfortable to bring it up and doesn't know you, doesn't know what you've got. You don't do it. So already he will have pissed me off. Because he's already shown his true colours there by coming to see a sex worker with that. So it would have been, if he'd refused the condom, I would have said, right, well, there you go. And we would have maybe worked out something to do with the money, but I would not have handed his money back. I might have, but again, like I'm saying, you're a woman in a tricky situation. So sometimes you have to think, as all women know, how do I get out of this for the best? Not how do I prove a point, or how do I just get out of this without getting a punch in the face, or whatever, right? But would have sorted something out money-wise, and he could have given us he could have called us all the names under the sun. At the end of the day, I ain't sucking your diseased knob. No. But she's getting wise. I've noticed recently she's putting her foot down a lot more. And she's learning, and she's saying to me, every time this happens and something's coming up, she thinks back to some words of wisdom that I've given her. And I've given her plenty of wisdom over the months. And she'll say, Emily, everything you said to me, it's right. It always comes true. No matter what, any situation, I think of something you've told me, and it's right. And I thought, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's as if I've been doing this for 18 years, isn't it? It's as if I know what I'm talking about, isn't it? It's listen to me, and you won't get in half the crap that you've got in so far. And you won't get thrush ever again. I don't want to go around getting thrush. Oh, no. So, yes, I am her fairy godmother, and she listens to me, and everything I say is wise. So I hope you've enjoyed that enlightening video, and you go and buy Sex is Hard Work by Emily Payne, which is on Amazon. So thank you very much for listening. Remember to subscribe and share. Goodbye.